Right. So it's been a busy couple of days. And I am going to get into like there's one more thing I want to do in Tekken 8 before I give like my first thoughts. Because I finished the story, which I'll do a review for that. I've played a ton of Kombat, and I've done. What else have I done? Obviously done a fair bit of the arcade quest. I think there's another area I've got to unlock. So anyway, so there's a whole bunch of things that I want to be able to sort of like give impressions of. But the only negative outside of amongst all of this that was happening, right? Two things, but it's not a Tekken issue. The first is on Steam they give the option for preload, like a lot of game companies do, or platforms do. But the problem with preload is that it downloads all the files, right? What should happen is that when that game is ready for launch, the launch time, you press play, off you go. That doesn't happen on Steam. We're talking like 80 plus gigabytes, of data that's got to unpack first. Okay, so as soon as the time rolls around, like it did yesterday, it then has to unpack all of that, which I think took up to what, maybe an hour and a half? It was crazy, absolutely crazy. So anyway, that's a problem, but that's not a Tekken problem. The only Tekken problem that I had was the fact that we had like absolutely horrific connection issues, right? So I couldn't connect to anyone online. I could find people, I could find matches, but then the match would crash. It'd either completely disconnect or I'd actually get a hard crash back to desktop. But outside of that, and outside of that, everything else has been smooth sailing. But this is also really important as well, right? So it's 7:35 a.m. in the morning right now. This post was, I think it was 19 hours ago. Yeah, it was, right? So, and the launch time from now was in an hour and a half yesterday. Okay? So it didn't take them long, not many hours after launch of the game, to put out a post on Twitter calling the shit out, right? We are currently experiencing errors during online matches and spectating in Tekken 8. You also couldn't add each other as friends as well. You could get into the Tekken Lounge, which is really interesting actually. You could get into the Tekken Lounge, you could see all the other people running around. If they had a ghost, you could fight their ghost. If they were able to get like an online match or something. Anyway, is the ghost from? Oh no, the ghost isn't just from online, is it? No, it's from anywhere. Maybe somebody in the comments can let me know. But regardless, if they had a ghost, you could fight it. If they didn't, obviously not. You couldn't add him as a friend. You couldn't casual. You couldn't ranked. Otherwise, it would completely disconnect. Or on PC, it would actually crash the game all the way back to desktop. Right? It was unrecoverable. On my stream, it happened a few times. So I had to launch the game a few times. We're actively working on resolving this issue and update as soon as possible. Thank you. Follow up 14 hours ago, we have discovered the source of this issue and a fix is in progress. We'll update you as soon as we can with more information about how and when the issue will be resolved. Thanks for your patience and assistance. And then 10 hours ago, which sounds about right because before I went to bed, I was able to have a couple of matches. Attention fighters, matchmaking issues have now been fixed and your online experience should now be much smoother. Thank you for your patience. I'm pretty sure they detail somewhere. I'm pretty sure they detailed all what they did. I'm pretty sure they did. I think it was, I don't know if they're going to show it. I remember seeing a post, unless it was on another post, where essentially what they did is they fixed it server side, right? It was a server side issue for them. Again, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I saw that post. It may not have been through this particular Tekken account, maybe it's through another one. But they had to fix it. And I have no doubt it's because the game is gigantic. Like, this launch was huge. Okay, like currently right now on Steam, and yesterday, I think it peaked at 49,000 people on Steam. On Steam. Right? It's currently sitting at 46,000 right now on Steam. So on PC, that's incredible. That's a really, really great population size for us. That's amazing. We're having fun. Anyway, but the good thing is, obviously, we've got crossplay too. So it doesn't really matter how big it gets on Steam as such, in terms of like worrying about whether we're going to have enough people, because we also know that we've got crossplay with other pools of players to have some fun with. So I'll have to test some soon and see if it's still going good, because obviously I've got some people I need to add. They're going to be playing Tekken as well. But this has been the only negative so far for the game for me. And it didn't matter so much because there was so much else to do. Right? The story took hours. Okay? I haven't even finished the arcade quest yet. Simply just going into the arcade and playing as the characters. I haven't done a single story yet, which is the last thing I want to do before I give my first thoughts on the game. Right? And then I might do a review in a week's time or something. Okay. Or whenever. Well, maybe sooner, because my reviews aren't like a normal review. It's just my point of view. So maybe I will make it a review. I don't know. We'll see. Right? We'll see. But ultimately, like, there was so many other things to do. I got in, customized my little avatar. Got in, customized my main Hwarang that I use on when I fight. Try out some other characters. So it was pretty good. It was pretty good to to know that I had all of this other content that I could do. That was great. Like, it was just fun. It was so much fun to do. As a Tekken fan as well, I love that stuff. I felt like, what's the kids say these days? I felt like I was well fed. But communication is everything. Everything. This sort of stuff puts NetherRealm and Warner Brothers to shame. Right? Absolute shame. Apparently they released a desync issue patch again for Mortal Kombat. I don't know if it still fixed it or not. At this point, when you have left a problem for so long without even communicating what's going on, then after a while your customers just go, look, we paid for this, right? Can you do something about it, please? Like, because there's nothing left to do in the game. Nothing. Right? Invasions is boring. Story's done. What's left? Grinding up your mastery tracks for each character. Grinding is not content. Right? So, anyway, I'll leave it there. Let me know what you think. But it's amazing seeing the difference between the two companies, the way that they treat their customers. This just garners more and more and more and more goodwill and rapport. NetherRealm and Warner Brothers, you got a lot of work to do. Anyway, catch you next time.